Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming out today in the snow, and yeah, we're so thrilled to be here. I rehearsed a little too hard and maybe partied a little hard last night, so my voice is a little iffy, just so you know. But I'm playing a vampire if it wasn't obvious, so we're gonna sort of lean into that as a kind of like vocal flexion thing. Okay. At the heart of Yoko Ono's artistic practice is a profound belief in the limitless power of imagination, a blueprint for hope that is unimpeded by antagonism. I'm Marc Arthur, an artist and scholar. I use he, him pronouns. For over a decade, I've researched artistic responses to AIDS. What I've learned is that artists have transformed the pandemic in much the same way that Ono has taught us how to imagine new worlds through permissively simple actions and critically imaginative activism. Indeed, Ono's War Is Not Over project inspired the exhibition It's Not Over, Papers and Graphics from the Early AIDS Crisis at the One National Gay and Lesbian Archives in 2020. Thinking with and alongside Ono's belief in art as a tool to reimagine the world and its boundaries, today we will be sharing with you a play called Memories of a Supernatural AIDS Crisis. In 2020, I received a grant from the University of Michigan to develop performance workshops with people living with HIV and AIDS in Detroit, with the aim of exploring and deconstructing HIV stigma. The most impactful of the workshops was one in which participants were revisiting stigmatizing experiences that was empowered by a supernatural ability of their choice. Whole worlds were imagined in which stigma melted away and uniquely Detroit issues tied to and beyond AIDS were reimagined and transformed. These included things like substance abuse, access to gender-affirming care, and the racial divides that are highlighted by the ongoing pandemic. I realized that this work was asking to take the form of a play. I started writing the text and weaving in research with thinkers from Detroit and beyond, like Grace Lee Boggs, Marlon Bailey, Octavia Butler, Reza Abdo, Samuel Delaney, Paul Preciado, Byrne Kelly, and Yoko Ono. And then in 2023, I began workshopping it with Pink and Yolanda.
I'm Pink Flowers. I use she pronouns, and I'm an artist and activist.
I'm Yolanda Jack. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a museum and theater professional, and I'm so happy to see you all. Memories of a Supernatural AIDS Crisis had its Detroit premiere last summer at the Mighty Real Queer Detroit Biennial.
Since then, we've continued to develop it. Today, you will witness a dramatic reading of the script interspersed with performance documentation.
During the original performance, the role of Tenofovir, the vampire, was played by Joe Smentowski, and I will be performing that role today. Thank you, Tavia, and everyone at the Armory for all of your help.
Memories of a Supernatural AIDS Crisis, a play in one act. Act Rise, a utopian city where capitalism's murk is inaudible. Welcome to Detroit. It is the year 2125, standing against time and pestilence. This is the last surviving city on Earth. We are a civilization of mostly Black cybernetic beings, And we have survived revolutions, corrosions, steroidal monarchs, and malignant sexes by keeping time on our own clocks.
And we are not quite human because of it. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? What time is it?
Where?
In Detroit.
It is October, the season of pharmaceutical emergence when the sky grows chronically orange.
It's always this time of year where I feel heavy with the sludge of stigma, Bellyish supremacy guts me in fluorescent colors. Dust settles on my skin. Horny shadows orbit my body every October.
Every October, during the alignment of the 3 mirrored moons over Belle Isle, our population partakes in the forgetting. Abandoned hospitals, now seized by powerful DJs, serve as spaces for antiviral raves. Viruses, bacteria, and pathogens are eradicated from human bodies with quantum fluctuating beats.
I am ready to forget.
Pandrion is enveloped into a cloud of smoke. We find her asleep in the arms of Tenofovir, an ancient vampire.
Let the chemicals take control. Let the memories be forgotten. Let the chemicals take control. 3 mirrored moons, disco balls, begin to spin. Let the forgetting begin. We will mutate, replicate biocodes, rewrite technologies of gender and disease.
Forget
And I will love you forever.
forget. Scene 1. The pandemic begins again. Welcome, Pandrion. You've arrived at the beginning again.
You were dead.
I don't remember.
How much did you take?
Enough that I felt the house music in my bones.
Oh, magical.
Wait, who are you? What's your name?
Girl, you blacked out. We've known each other for millennia.
Meet 2 inhabitants of this ancient city. Tenofovir, a famous biomedical researcher, and Pandrion, glamorites, legendary glamorites, enthralics of the House of Revolutionary Love. Both beings relate differently to time, whereas Pandrion, whose memory has just been erased, is here for a good time. Tenofovir relives all the world's traumas.
I can see the dead and it torments me.
I just want to party.
This is their love story.
Now it begins.
Now it begins.
The
The search for the memory of a supernatural crisis.
Scene 2. Medunetter.
I sense a vampire's teeth. It's like there's no one in the club except the 2 of us.
There are hundreds of us. More genders and looks than on Kepler 186F.
Who are you?
The celestial atmosphere and embodiment of Detroit. I'm also a DJ.
Are you here with me? I mean, like, really here?
I've been here through it all, honey, and so have you.
I don't understand. This all feels brand new.
You forgot something, that's all.
What did I forget?
Well, everything, really. Just know that when next October comes, you can forget it all again. Scene 3. The exquisite pollution of Detroit. It is morning. Globular clusters of biopharmaceutical waste pulse distantly in the sky. Pandrian and Tenofovir are walking on a highway. Highways have been terraformed into pleasure enclaves. There are no cars, and overgrown genetically engineered plant life emits SSRI nutrients that induce fleeting states of ecstasy.
Oh, damn. You look good.
So do you. Your veins are glowing and enlarged. Your body is warmed by a woman's fire.
Pandrian takes a deep breath and inhales the decrepit scent of a bulging flower that screams like a newborn child. Yeah!
These flowers have a trace of something on their petals.
That's warm and fuzzy nostalgia. I suffer in the persistent echoes of catastrophe, but the flowers, they make me more beautiful, don't you think?
Oh my God, you're perfect. More soothing than my strongest medicine. I don't want this feeling to end.
The highway goes on forever. We never have to get off.
You make me feel a hunger that announces death is near.
And already I have lived through wars and the echoes of wars around your beauty, my love.
It begins to rain, polyps remnants of trauma.
We have been enveloped by toxic pharmaceutical weather, abnormal bleeding, thermosensitive teardrops, or I'm not sure. Can you describe the force exerted on your body by the atmosphere?
This rain smells of rage and tragedy, makes my blood vessels angry. Gaps of knowledge, empty spaces in my brain burp mysteriously with the history of human suffering. I tidy up and clean my apartment for months with antibacterial gamma rays. I wake up and I've cleaned the entire city of Detroit. But then I walk through the Packard plant on an icy night and the hot breath of a factory worker screams directly into the channels of my neocortex. I feel an uncontrollable need to spend thousands of more hours adapting and disinfecting my body to perfection and buying perfectly fitting clothes that show off my best assets.
But the thing is, the corrugated rage of that factory worker's voice, he makes you more beautiful to me. I like how it forms on your body like lace and dark eyeshadow. You could start a riot.
It scares me to feel the city awaken in my body.
But babe, we must learn how to survive after a crisis. I will teach you how to hold a memory. You will become a wise and beautiful scientist like me.
This rain hurts my lungs. It feels like other people's pain likened on my body. On you, it's like lust. If I'm being honest, though, I want to share fluids with you, want to biodegrade with you. I'm afraid of you, but I also am infatuated beyond reason. I'll go with you wherever you want.
Come this way.
Lights transition as Tenofovir takes Pandrian's hand and guides them around the stage, exploring different areas.
Wait, this doesn't feel right.
What is it?
The way he dances is outdated and over-determined.
Here, let me help you.
He teaches her another dance.
Hold on.
She touches his mouth, feels inside of his lips.
Your oxygen is synthetic and unceremonious. It's romantic the way you want to teach me to dance, but
But what?
Pandrian still feels his choreography sinking in and saturating her body.
I feel embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to. I just thought it would be fun to teach
As you regain your memory, you also start to remember buildings, the colonial layout of the city, or things like the best orgasm you've ever had.
I see sonar pouring out of the clouds on the horizon and lubricating the earth with a graphite softness. It makes everything neon and permeable.
You can open your eyes now.
They were never closed.
Tenofovir reveals a ballet bar upstage center.
What is that?
It's an instrument to help us keep time.
Lights shift. Tenofovir dances with the ballet bar for a bit.
Okay. Now, in this part of the dance, you are dying and nobody cares. There is silence all around you. People, they say sinister and monstrous metaphors about you.
I'm afraid.
Lights snap to black.
Hello? Hello, I'm afraid. Can you hear me? I'm afraid. Where did he go?
Transformed into a cloud of dust. He'll be back.
What time is it?
It is February now. Detroit is getting more fabulous. I mean, have you been to Spotlight? It just reopened. The line is always around the block and the dance floor is never empty.
I feel a chemical in my breath and bones. It's luminous, crystalline, and thick. It's hard for me to breathe.
It's why we can be here. It's a prophylactic.
I feel empty. Detroit feels empty.
You will remember soon enough. Keep walking down Woodward and you'll find your children.
My children? If I follow my jawline, there are dewy lymph nodes pulsing with burning glitter, and it feels like I should be worried, but I feel really good. It's really beautiful here, and I'm gagging. The question I keep asking myself, if I could have any supernatural ability, what would it be?
Well,
I wouldn't want people pointing at the sky and shouting,
Look,
it's
Hadrian."
I'd want a sneaky ability. I want to be already changing my body when you think you know me.
Theme 4. Soft technologies of gender adopt and transform a body. There is still no light on stage. Tenofovir turns on a flashlight.
Walk with me.
Where are you taking me?
You're nervous. I can tell.
What's this building?
It's the old Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church.
As Pandrian and Xyloflactus wander, the city's lymphomic architecture fluctuates around them. Buildings produce orange and yellow dust that evidence a record of time passing.
I hear beautiful music. There is a balm in Gilead that makes the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead that heals the sin-sick soul.
Downstage right, there is a pedestal holding a circular white canister. Pandrian opens the canister, dips in their hand, and takes out a handful of cream. It is greasy and loaded with prismatic superclusters of extinct hormones. They begin rubbing it on their face.
Power trickles delicately across my nerves, anointing my muscles and viscera with ultrasonic gender reverberations.
All the people of Detroit sing together in unison.
What's happening to your body now?
Pandrian begins to appear more masculine. Their jaw sharpens and hairline recedes.
Heart racing?
Yes.
Shortness of breath?
Yes.
Muscle pain?
Yeah, and I feel horny. Do you want to try some?
Oh, no thanks. I already feel as if I cascade through an eternity of distortions.
Just try some. It will help you calm down.
I am calm.
No, you're not. I see visions of gay men dying around your body.
I've already been treated. Face fillers, fat transfers, and implants that keep me as mummified as chrono-resurgent bats.
He has body dysmorphia from always being cast as a bloodthirsty demon.
What's happening to your body now?
I don't know.
Shame.
All the time.
But do you also feel powerful, like you could conquer anything?
Pandrian's body completely morphs. Breasts disappear, and Adam's apple emerges as their voice deepens.
My gonadotropin regulators are humming. I feel reduced to a masculine muscle mass.
Oh, you look beautiful, my F-150.
The flow back of smelt testosterone. I hurt, I died, I fell, I dove, I ate, I got sick, I felt.
I fought, I bore, I forgot.
Pandrian is confused. She feels around her new body, then something happens.
Damn, this feels good. Industrialization discharges rank and goon from my body, rust, iron, and spit multiple times, and I'm driving my car super fucking loud and fast.
Scene 5, the darkest purple lesion.
Nondescript building with a yellow awning that reads Club Gold Coast. As they walk in, there is a fossilized jockstrap at the base of a stripper's pole. In the shadows across the room, there's a dark force lurking and metastasizing in the shadows.
Oh God, what's that over in the corner? There's something over there.
At this moment of the play, the word AIDS should be spoken for the first time. The stage should fill with drama, accompanied with the sound of thunder and flashes of lightning. But instead, there is a long, awkward, drawn-out silence.
Pandrian crosses upright, opens a door, and Tenofovir bursts through and poses like a dramatic bat.
Oh God.
It's just me, babe, it's okay.
I see a man's frail body in a hospital bed, and it looks like my body, not a quite human body, a cosmic web of aching wet glue and monster parts.
Tenofovir has been a mystery to Pandrian. She didn't know who he was or what he wanted from her until this moment.
Now, I see your muscles have been creatined so hard. You're a kind of statue, a living and breathing lump of clay, not yet fired. You are moist the way you carry pain. You just want some love. I can give you love, babe.
Is that okay? I was afraid if you knew what I had been through.
I remember walking down the hallway, seeing him there alone. The feelings that came up included horror, grief, rage.
I just wish you had been more honest, seeing you like this now, like who you really are, like an infected, festered, bacterial and foaming at the mouth bat. It's kind of sexy.
You think so?
Yeah. Everything is so perfect in Detroit. It's refreshing to see something that's lived.
But then something happens.
Your memory burns inside my guts, rearranging history in your image.
Be careful. You're getting stuck in a memory. Come out of it.
I feel bad. I feel really bad that you were in that hospital bed like that.
But
where were your parents?
When I'm with you, I forget all of that. And right now, the way you look, your voice all stoic and camo, oh, I want to beg you for the privilege to
Privilege. I recognize. Privilege has oxidized your face over time. You're so goth and mask. It's super scary and sexy. But we're different, you know. I'm here regenerating, trying to figure out how to be immortal, and it's not easy. I've been thinking about it, and my idea of beauty is changing.
Sure, I get that. Here, why don't you try some more of the balm? It always works for me. Gets me nice and smooth and then accelerates the transformation.
Handrian puts more balm on and then emits the energy of a star that's about to explode. Trillic masses of bryonic crud form on their body and they furiously wash themselves until it converts into oily, opalescent jelly. It shimmers like a drag queen sequins. They are reborn into a femme goddess body.
There we go. That was just the right amount. I had put too much on before.
Wait, no, I was just starting to get turned on.
It's fun to be bio-normalized as an archaic man from the 20th century, to not have to worry about anything. But I'm more myself in the libidinal public form of a woman.
Tenofovir buckles as Pandrion deconforms to beauty cut from vintage porn.
But I can't help noticing my breath quickens when you get close to me. The sky curds and bodies start to fungus.
Ancient light saturates the stage. And now, a memory of Tenofovir's supernatural transformation.
I arrived in Detroit in the 1980s from Sault Ste. Marie, where God was a big man's fishing boat near Beaver Island. I was 17, bored, and my parents hated me, so I stole Dad's truck and went to Detroit. It was only 6 hours away, and I started squatting on a place on Cass. It was a big old house with a lot of artists who lived there, and I wanted to be a playwright, a choreographer. And it felt weird being a white gay guy in a black city. Never again spoke to Dad, and he never came for his truck either. At some point, I started hustling to make more money. I didn't like being poor. And I also started to eat a lot more. I ate Big Macs 5 times a day, and I didn't get fat. My heart was wet and fat, though. It pounded like an alien baby trying to get free. And then I started noticing lesions on my skin. People said a weird cancer was going around.
A sinking feeling of rage.
The tumorous sound of plasma.
At this moment in the play, we should hear the word AIDS spoken for a second time. But the word suffocates and is muffled as a gay man is beaten on the south side of town.
Someone is in trouble. I can hear the sound he lets out as his ribs break. They're kicking him.
We used our real blood instead of fake blood. They made our body fluids illegal.
He doesn't die from the injuries. No. He shot himself because he didn't want to transform.
I learned how to make blow, and then one night I accidentally mixed it with antifreeze and estrogen. That was around the time that I started reading chemistry books, and we tried this new drug, and we stayed up all night long for a whole week. And then it caused us to grow fangs, which created a media circus. Vampires inhabit Detroit's blight, the papers read.
But was he trash or trade?
He was trade, and my tracks were the most choice. We were the life of all the parties and balls over the next year. We kept taking the compound, and our vampiric transformation continued. We stopped aging.
But keeping this a secret wasn't easy. The FDA caught wind of it, and they said I needed to get approval, but they just wanted us dead. People from all over the world came to Detroit to try my drug, even as antiretrovirals rolled out.
And then the earth got hotter. Rivers dried and storms came harder. Eventually, food stopped growing. Detroit, like always, was forgotten first. We survived, though. We always survived, but it was hard to breathe. UV burned through the ozone as dense carbon polluted our air. One night, we were at a boss drum and bass party dancing so hard, our bodies created unimaginable heat.
The heat from the factory building, it melted, and my lab below exploded. A cellular veil covered the entire city of Detroit, and everyone within it was granted immunity.
Detroit was still breathing. We have survived the end of the world in this, our new incantation. We are free of pathology, criminalization, and state systems of impoverishment because I am the doctor and the DJ.
Today, new organs appeared in my body.
I can see your hands are glowing.
Yes, my hands are enhanced with new forms of pleasure.
Hot.
It's strange. All these good feelings slithering around in unfinished and ketamine reproductions. It makes it so hard to remember.
You will remember. You will.
What time is it now?
It is May, the season of polychromatic orgies, when all the people of Detroit come together and make new fashion looks that resist the violence of erasure. Scene 6. Sex in the shadows of utopia. Pandrion and Tenofovir swim in a lake of melted glacier water and PFAS that have catalyzed into a gooey bubblegum-like substance. Around them, hundreds of other Detroiters are naked and fornicating as northern lights produce beautiful ambient sounds.
Oh, the lake is perfect today.
Yes, in such a non-verbal and intrusive way. I've never seen so much glitter.
There's never been a more horny and polluted time to be alive in history. Is something up?
I'm just distracted.
What is it?
It's nothing.
You're worried, I can tell.
I'm not worried about intergalactic strains of Giardia or cyanobacteria. I'm worried about the old memories lurking around here. The ones that you've shared with me so far already are a lot to process.
Look what a perfect day it is. Look, over there, there's a group of possums emptying their salivary glands. And I can tell that you are overflowing with pleasure too. Pink electricity glowing in your eyes. Can I kiss you?
I do love when you kiss me. Progesterone swells up in my lips and my stomach lining starts to smolder and ash.
They start to kiss gently. Tenofovir moves down Pandrian's neck, about to bite.
No. I need to wash my hands.
Pandrian runs to the balm of Gilead, where she washes her hands vigorously. Nostalgic flowers blossom all around her.
In this city, the texture associated with death is always several feet away.
There's just something I can't get over. I'm sorry. I think I'm terrified of you.
It's okay.
He feels like Jupiter sinking into a supermassive black hole.
We can use protection.
For sure.
Now, step, kick, step, ball change. And now going on. In this part of the dance, you are the only person who was there, your lover, the only person who was ever there for you your entire life. All right, going on. And in this part, he dies and spin and spin. And then, in an incredible act of rage and protest, you travel to Washington, D.C. and throw his ashes all over the White House fence. Okay, let's try it from the top.
Tenofovir does an elaborate and weird dance, throwing powder in the air, and laughs maniacally. Before he's about to end, Pandrian grabs the ballet bar, twists and bends it until it crashes to the floor.
Can we talk?
What have you done?
This just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I should be here.
I mean, how so?
I mean, like these protests that you're transferring to my memory, a lot of them, they're so powerful, but it doesn't feel like these are my memories. I don't know that, it just doesn't feel like I would have, it just feels like I would have had different memories, like I would have been treated differently.
Sorry. I mean, I'm happy to see that you're remembering who you are. That's what I want for you.
I do feel more myself, more than before. But I wouldn't mind changing again.
Come here. I didn't mean to upset you.
It's okay. I mean, I just think that you need to chill out a bit. It's a bit intense.
Yeah, you're right. I got a little carried away.
The cybernetic part of me, it just feels like you communicate with me all the time.
I feel that way too.
We know each other on a cellular level, don't we?
This is weird.
In that moment, Pandrian mutates a little. Not in a noticeable way, but she becomes somewhat less ambivalent, less changeable, and more statuesque, less living.
Where are we now?
A museum of African beads.
What's the first sound you hear?
A chorus of memories, but they're quiet. It sounds like faint vibrations in the distance.
The walls of the room shimmer and sparkle like billions of little drums that are modulated and harmonized in strange waveforms.
The sound in my ears is getting louder.
You are safe in Detroit. No one's going to hurt you.
Vroom. Tectonic shifts and earthquake sounds. You have arrived at your house, Pandrian. Vroom.
The buildings, they're all vibrating.
Pandrian is suddenly in the big overgrown backyard at their old place on Littlefield Street. They were a window dresser at Hudson's department store and would find all kinds of window dressing stuff that they brought to this yard where they built a stage for balls.
My children were everything to me. They had nowhere to go to be themselves if they had not already been kicked out. No matter what it took, no matter what I had to do to help them, to steal, kill, or whatever, to keep these kids alive. And they all lived with me, all my adopted children, and I would feed them, I would teach them how to read and teach them how to walk and be seen and how to drop and vogue. I would show them how to be lovers and how to be a divine and illuminated glitch like me. I gave them the supernatural ability to dissolve out of conventional forms and to be seen from space, a flame.
No one was telling them about.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you get what you're hoping for? When you look behind you, there's no open door. What are you hoping for?
Come on, take your body. Come on. Come on, take your body. Come on. Come on, take your body. Come on. Take your body. Take your body.
I am Elegantron, the legendary glamourite, Mother Pandrion, enthralics of the house of revolutionary love.
Scene 7. Care should not be limited in a timeless world.
I've just returned from a trip to the archives.
You seem different.
I want to break things apart. I'm overcome with this feeling like crashing sounds or ruins. Yes, that. I want to keep undoing myself apart, except in a way that gets reconstructed on my own terms.
Try the bomb.
Oh, no, I've had enough. I need something else. I don't know what I need.
Maybe you're holding memory the wrong way. You should try holding it like this. Prop it up.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make them pay for the drugs?
Who?
The people who died because they needed drugs and couldn't get them. Did you make them pay for the drugs you were making?
He digs a hole in the ground, screams into it, and then covers the hole with dirt. Sheesh, the trauma of these memories is real. Let's try something different. What do you see?
Ancestors?
The echoes of stars.
That area over there looks like Detroit has taken on the form of a beautiful woman.
I see her too.
I feel like I can trust her. It's like the plants and blood of Detroit are nourishing the marrow of her bones.
And suddenly, the city evaporated into fumes. Detroit was alive in a night sky like a black girl blasting rap from her Cadillac. Detroit is still not perceptible. We don't know who she is. Remember, Detroit is a city that was never meant to survive.
And suddenly, the city evaporated into fumes. Detroit was alive in the night sky like a black girl blasting rap from her Cadillac. Detroit is still not perceptible. We don't know who she is. Remember, Detroit is a city that was never meant to survive. She holds her memory different than you. Her muscles exhale and ember, and I see the burned out frame of a house.
Particles renew. Language appears, and so do building materials, electricity, and plumbing.
From here, I can see my house through strata, geological time, eras of want and grace and gentrification. Angels drift into the halls, and sirens and prestigious bitches flying and dancing. Guys, can someone help? I think I'm stuck in a memory.
Pay him no mind.
The vampire's teeth between the beams and the creaking sounds.
Survival folds in circadian rhythms and dancing body.
I can't stop. It's not on purpose.
Here, let me hold you.
They embrace. Soon Tenofovir is at Pandrian's neck, about to bite. Pandrian pushes him away.
I think that my sense of time might be radically different from yours. Look. Really like you. But sometimes you make me want to wash my hands.
Tenofovir writes 100 stories about the sharp pang of stigmacra he feels.
I'm not a monster.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
It is late September now, and Detroiters' neocortexes are abuzz from ripe intricetabine fruit. The forgetting will begin soon, again.
I wanted to. I want you to stay here a little longer with me.
You are beautiful, my little infected bat.
I won't bite this time, I promise.
Okay.
I like this.
Me too.
I wish I would have found you earlier. Laid in my dad's truck bed all summer long, staring at the stars. The years felt shorter then.
You were dying.
I was.
Immortality feels long, feels like forever.
But we will survive it together.
Time
passes in a lived way when I'm surviving. I'm afraid of what I just saw through her lenses.
What did you see?
I died, I fell, I dove, I ate, I got sick, I felt.
I fought, I flew, I bore, I forgot.
20 vampires appear and perform a synchronized hip-hop dance. Xylophlactus floats above them. At a climactic moment in the dance, gallons of blood gush on the stage.
What time is it on the clock of the world?
It is October, the season of pharmaceutical emergence when the sky grows chronically orange.
It's always this time of year when I feel heavy with the sludge of stigma, belly supremacy guts me in fluorescent colors, dust settles on my skin, horny shadows orbit my body. Every October.
General Verveer swoops his cape and with a single turn is headless.
I'm ready to forget.
I am the vampire of Detroit, the savior and scapegoat. I drew red lines that separated neighborhoods and then folded red ribbons to signal hope. I fought for access to life-saving drugs and then profited generously off of them.
Xenophobier's head dislodges from the pedestal, becomes airborne, darts towards Pandrian, and bites their neck. Xenophobier's head hits the ground with a thud. The ether of Detroit superclusters, then dissipates. Then we are back at the beginning.
Your body is defended. Whole universes exist within your body.
The three mirror moons are aligning.
Detroit's cycle of rebirth will begin again.
From dust to earth.
From ashes to raving bodies.
Welcome, Pandrian, to the end.
Wait a minute. Wait. Slow down. Aren't you even going to ask me if I have any last words or something? Because I do, and one of them is... Fuck you!
What have you done to her?
I've regained enough memory to know that this is your writing. This is your script. You're so clever. It's like you know how I talk.
I get it. You're upset. But please, we've already come so far. I know it feels weird that I'm the one who gets to tell the story of Detroit.
Weird. Oh, honey, please, just...
Do you know why you're special to me?
Yes, because I make you feel like it's 5 a.m. and we've been dancing at the club all night. But all you want is more and more and
It's
more.
because you are my first and only love, and now we can be here together forever in everlasting love.
No. It's about you. It's always about you. And I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted by what you've done to her. She was beautiful, and now look at her. She was beautiful, and now I see she was always just an abject and malleable lump of clay to you.
We finally made it out of time, out of the play, but we've still gotta be somewhere, aren't we?
We're in total loss and quiet. No more house music.
At Rise, a moment of...
Oh, you don't have to describe it to the audience anymore, honey.
Well, damn. How original. An AIDS play, that perfect form of art that oversaturates all other horrors. Why didn't I see it earlier?
I created this world because I wanted to make a place where you could do whatever you wanted and not have to worry about getting sick. And we can make up our lives now in a way that feels real and right.
You want to know how I feel? You want to know how I really feel?
I do.
Right now, I feel...
Your choreography has infected my body to the point it's not fun to dance anymore.
like a zombie.
Please, you are real to me. This is all real to me.
The weight of the future is too heavy to carry.
I grow tired of watching as each recurring Holocaust passes and we forget every time how to recreate the world. I'm going now. Maybe to one of the 3 mirrored moons. I don't know. Come with?
Thank you. I need to stay and do something. I'm sure I'll see you again.
You want to write it with me? We can write it how you want it. We can start all over.
Have you ever considered that maybe I want to forget all this? That I'm happier in ignorance than history? That I just want the good drugs that wash away all the filth and corroded trauma? There's pleasure in not knowing. Complete detachment from time and space, numb, floating away.
I am scared too. Scared of age and ruin.
It's been real. There is something beautiful about dancing through a pandemic with you. I did enjoy myself. I always do. And now, Pandrian's final supernatural transformation. Let the forgetting begin.